The little monster. The head. Take out the corresponding yarn. Wrap the yarn around your finger. And then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. If the yarn tail is too short, we can pull the yarn tail to make it longer. If the yarn tail is too long, we can pull this side to shorten it. If you feel it's too tight to pull the yarn, you can wrap the yarn around your fingers like this, without wrapping around the little finger. Wrap the yarn around your little finger, and then bring it up to index finger. Pinch the yarn tail with your thumb and middle finger. Leave a long yarn tail here. Work into a magic ring. Make loop around your middle finger. And pinch the crossover of the yarn with your thumb and middle finger. We'll use 2.5mm crochet hook. Insert hook into the loop of middle finger. Yarn under the hook and plap loop. A magic ring is formed on the middle finger. In round 1, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 crochets. Finally, end with 1 slip stitch. The chain stitch at the beginning of each round is to raise a height, and the slip stitch serves as the ending to join each round. They are not counted into a number of stitches. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook, and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. Such a V shape is formed on the side. The chain stitch is to raise the height and will not be counted into a number of stitches. Then work 6 crochets. Remove the magic ring from the middle finger. Insert hook into the magic ring. Yarn over the hook and plap loop through the ring. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Such a V shape is formed on the side. We need to mark the first stitch of every round. Place a marker in the first stitch, through the underneath of both loops of the V shape. Continue to work 5 more single crochets in the same way. Six V shapes on the side stand for 6 single crochets. We can count the V shapes to check the number of stitches. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Remove the marker and work 1 snip stitch in the first stitch to join this round. Insert the hook into the marked stitch. Yarn over the hook and pull up loop through the stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook now. Then pull the first loop on the hook through the original loop on the hook. That's 1 snip stitch. The snip stitch serves as a connection. It's not counted into number of stitches. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch, and then work 6 increases. Finally, end with 1 snip stitch. The chain stitch and the snip stitch are not counted into number of stitches. Work 1 chain stitch first. Yarn over the hook and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. That's a chain stitch. Then work 6 increases. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. We'll work the first increase in the stitch where we just worked the snip stitch of the last round. Pay attention to the needle. We should insert hook through both loops of the V shapes to finish the following stitches. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Insert hook into the first stitch, where we just worked the snip stitch of the last round. Yarn over the hook and pull up loop through the stitch. Then yarn over the hook and put the yarn through both loops and hook. Once the crochet is done, remember to mark the first stitch of every round. Then work one more single crochet in the same stitch. That's one increase. There are two V shapes on the side. Continue to work 5 more increases in the same way. We need to work 2 single crochets in each stitch. Six increases are done. We can see 2 small V shapes here. One is a snip stitch of previous round, and the other one is a chain stitch of this round. They are not counted into number of stitches. Skip these 2 V shapes and work 1 snip stitch in the mark stitch. The snip stitch serves as a connection. It's not counted into number of stitches. Round 2 is done. Pay attention to the yarn's tightness during crocheting. If the yarn is too tight, we can't insert the hook easily. If it's too loose, the fabric will be out of shape.